Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Robert Torch, and today I'm going to introduce a new little something I like to call Showoff. What I plan to do with this is take a relatively unknown game that's in need of some attention and give a rundown of certain aspects of said game. So with that out of the way, let us jump right into Geneforge. Geneforge is a top-down, turn-based RPG that uses a high level of charm, unique designs to carry you through the long, difficult, and entertaining campaign. The big feature of the game is the ability to use magic to create your own warrior pet, so to speak. And there's a wide variety of creatures to choose from, and a simple and yet entertaining way to level them up. Before we get to that, let's discuss the story. The world of Geneforge is completely fictional, and mostly consists of islands ruled by magic users called Shapers. These Shapers have the power to create all manner of life, and use their power to improve the world around them. You play as a Shaper in training, who is traveling to a Shaper school to improve his magic. Sounds kind of silly, I know, but that's how it works, so hush. But before you can reach your destination, you become stranded on an island that is forbidden by your masters, or they call it Bard in the game, which is another way of saying forbidden. And thus your journey begins. I really enjoyed this story simply because it's very interactive and has multiple endings, and it's all very well written. There's actually 5 games in this franchise, I guess you could say, and each one builds on this first story of the first Geneforge, and it's really amazing to see how it all ties together and how it all builds upon its original story. Anyway, so let's switch gears here for a second and go and talk about gameplay. Gameplay, I've already said the combat is turn-based, and it's actually very well implemented. You have to use just the right strategy and decide whether to, fight or run. And the way you add weapons and stuff to your your person is actually really easy and seamless. The way it's just your inventory is right next to your screen, so what you do is you click on it and you drag it straight to the picture of your character, and that actually makes it just really simple to interact with the world around you and to get things done. The loot system is also something that I personally enjoy very much, as the only loot that is random in this game is the loot that drops from your enemies' corpses, I guess. Other than that, you can expect to find the same loot in the same spot, even on different playthroughs. And the reason I enjoyed this mechanic is because it means I don't have to spend a whole lot of time just looting every crate, barrel, and whatever else to find a better weapon. It's just something that kind of gets on my nerves, especially in games like Skyrim and Borderlands. You're always looking for that next best weapon or whatever. It never ends. It's just a cycle that just keeps going. But in Geneforge, it's always the same weapon, and I can just know what to expect, and it's a lot more fun that way. Honestly, for me, I understand some people like the randomness, but I'm not that way. I like to know what to expect when I'm playing through multiple times, and it's actually a lot interesting because you can change up your strategy based on what you already know. You don't have to worry about random encounters and all that. And also, whenever you eliminate enemies or a whole batch of them in an area, then they won't come back. You can go through that area again and scout it out, and your enemies won't be there anymore. And honestly, it's kind of pointless in other games that do that. They respawn the enemies because they're just weaker and they're just something in your way, and it's really annoying. And you don't get any XP from them anyway. You probably get 2 XP for killing a weak enemy that respawns. So I'm really glad that that doesn't happen in this game. It's just something that really helps it move along faster. One other really awesome thing about it that I love is the way you pick up money. Whenever you open a chest or something and there's money inside it, it automatically just adds it to your inventory. You don't have to click on it or make it, bring it to yourself. And honestly, I feel like it's just it's a tiny thing, I know, but it just really, it just helps, alright? In my mind, not having to pick up the money, just having it automatically come to me is, just amazing. I don't want to have to click on the money every time I open a stupid crate, because sometimes that's all you'll find in a crate is money, and you have to, it's tiny, I know, but it's just something, a little something that just helps me enjoy it better. And it's something that I wish other games would do every once in a while, because it just helps, alright? It just makes it so you don't have to worry about the little thing called money that you need jingling in your pocket, alright? The level up system is also very easy to learn and simple to understand too. It's all like right there in front of you, right? Like it just tells you exactly what you're gonna get when you level up, right? You got your strength, your endurance, whatever else, and it's just very easy to understand what it's talking about. And you have like 3 different characters, right? And they all have their own strengths and weaknesses, and it actually like throws that right in your face. Like these characters have these strengths and these weaknesses, and it's actually a really good level up system. And of course, the big feature of the game is the ability to create your own servants, if you will. You can actually have up to 7 of them at one time, and there's actually a lot of different weird and interesting animals, I guess, sort of, that you can choose from. And speaking of that, I guess we'll jump into design now. This is the thing that makes the game truly incredible, is the design, right? All of the creations are imaginative and memorable, and the levels are just broken up into zones, right? You have this big map, and they're all broken up in different zones, and they're all like really intriguing, right? And they all have their own reward and risk factors. And it's just really interesting to explore all of them, because there are things that I still, like last time I played it, I was still finding new stuff that I hadn't seen before, and it was just a lot of fun to explore these zones, if you will. And the map is actually really big. I mean, it's easy to like just get lost and enjoy yourself running around all these places for a long time, because this map is pretty big, right? Even though it's zone based, it still has a lot of zones. I'd say like probably at least 50, if not more, and they're all somewhere between 50 and 100. They're all very interactive, and they only get bigger from this. Like the next games, they always have more zones, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and the maps are just very interesting to explore. And the sounds will stick with you forever, right? Like the noise that it makes, the sound effects are just unbelievably unique and memorable. There's actually a lack of any gameplay music, which I honestly think fits with the setting perfectly, and it makes things seem more natural. I could put down this game for years, and I'd still recognize all of the amazing sights and sounds that are found in the game. I'd just be able to tell what the noise that noise came from Geneforge, because it's just so well designed as far as the sound goes. And of course, the look of it is just beautiful. All the creations, all the enemies, whatever, they're all really well designed, and they're crazy looking. Some of them are really weird looking, but you remember them because they're really unique and well designed. This game is an amazing piece of art, and it's really overlooked, which is pretty sad, because this, as I just said, like, it's amazing what this game is. And I absolutely recommend that you check it out if you get the chance. I think on Steam you can get all 5 games in the series for $20, or even 5 if you find it on sale. And I would absolutely recommend you do that if you ever get the chance, or ever feel like switching it up and trying something new. Alright, thanks for watching. My name is Robert Torch. Be sure to hit any happy buttons on the way out, and as always, thanks for watching.